Hello, in this video, I present to you the research done at the Discovery Lab. The Discovery Lab is a new lab from the Innovation Center for AI, and it is a collaboration between Elsevier, the largest publisher of scientific literature, and the AI teams at the Vrije Universiteit van Amsterdam. Researchers from the universities work together with experts from Elsevier on applications of artificial intelligence in science, which we will present to you in this poster. Because there are many people working and are involved in the Discovery Lab's success, we do not all work in the same project, but we all aim at a common goal, which is to accelerate research. Accelerating research is possible in many different aspects, but we take two main entities into account, which is the knowledge and the researcher. Users utilize the knowledge to drive the research and answer their questions, and on the other side, they further the knowledge with their discoveries and closing the cycle. Before diving into each of these aspects and interactions between users and knowledge, we look at the knowledge itself. Knowledge comes in one of two or both forms: unstructured, like text and tables and images, or structured, like knowledge graphs. Knowledge graphs are used to model and capture either a highly specialized domain, like the gene ontology captures interactions of genes, or common knowledge, like Wikidata does, and where it stores movies, books, actors, and other information. Which brings us to our first area of research. With each passing day, more knowledge is published in documents such as journal articles, conference and workshop papers, and clinical case studies. Structuring such knowledge in an automatic way thus opens the opportunity to accelerate research, for example, by turning text into a precise set of entities and relations, a knowledge graph that can then be queried and ready to be used by machines. We carry out research in this area by working on problems such as named entity recognition, entity linking, and link prediction. This represents multiple challenges as language is ambiguous and noisy, and new terms and relationships are coined regularly. Going back to the research cycle, and besides the previously mentioned project, we also focus on other areas that can be summarized further into four main topics, which are recommendations, hypothesis generation, task-oriented question answering, and query construction. Each of these plays a different role in the research process. Scientists in many fields rely heavily on previously published data. Therefore, they have a need to reuse data sets from other related literature. As such, one of our projects focuses on the recommendation of datasets using two specific approaches: recommendation based on co-author networks and using descriptive metadata. The second topic within recommender systems is bias. We investigate how bias influences recommendations, specifically in reinforcement learning in the field of structured multimodal information. Because information comes in many forms, we want to be able to do bias-free recommendation over a combination of forms of information such as tables, text, but also images. The next step in our research cycle is hypothesis generation. What we want to achieve is that our system is able to suggest new hypotheses to test in the lab. For example, suggest a new treatment for a rare disease where only a limited budget is available. What we need to do here is work with our knowledge graph and at the same time work with modern machine learning techniques to be able to create the best predictors. Another challenge is helping scientists read the scientific literature which is most relevant to the problem they are working on. In task-oriented question answering, we are looking into conversational agents which help researchers answer their questions about scientific literature in the form of dialogues. And lastly, we want to create a system that is able to give researchers the whole series of papers which are relevant for their work. However, as we are looking at a cycle, we need to consider the fact that knowledge evolves and more literature becomes available over time. Thus, this brings us back to where we started, completing the cycle. As the saying goes, bad scientists stand on each other's toes and great scientists stand on each other's shoulders. So in summary, in the Discovery Lab, we work towards enabling scientific discovery, which needs a collaboration between scientists and artificial intelligence. Thank you very much for your attention.